Hey my people, Gracie here once again. Welcome back to the channel. I hope that from wherever you my people are watching this from, you're doing all right and God has protected you and preserved you very well. I do appreciate all of you that keep supporting, and of course thank you so very much to those of you that give me super thanks and super chats. My members, shout out to you guys. You do me amazing, so thank you so very much to you as well. We do have another interesting episode. I'm sure a lot of people that watch me on here are familiar with the president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore, and how the West has been on his tail trying to actually get him out of power, because according to them, he's just trying to use the resources of Burkina Faso to consolidate himself in power. He's just trying to protect himself, and yeah, he's not doing anything right. And we have seen reactions of Black Americans, we've seen reactions of Jamaicans and Black Brits and more other people showing support to this man, because they know that this man indeed is doing the right thing, because within just the 2 years of him being in power, he's literally done a lot, and people are appreciative of that, and they're saying this man has to be protected at all costs. Now there's been a vacuum in the atmosphere and the political atmosphere of Africa, because we definitely need more other voices of other leaders. It's not just us, common people, civilians, to defend this man. We needed more voices of Black leaders in Africa, Black presidents, political party leaders, to speak and back up this man. And definitely we have a voice within a generation who is Julius Malema, party leader of EFF in South Africa. He's finally, spoken as well, and he's backing Ibrahim Traore, and he's sending such a strong message to America and the West in general. And he started an hashtag which is called hashtag hands off Ibrahim Traore, hands off Burkina Faso. And I know that this voice is such a very crucial voice, because I have also come across a lot of other people that are coming out right now to respond, actually to boost what Julius Malema is saying to the public. But we are going to have to watch these clips, come back and talk about it. Don't forget to subscribe if you're landing on here for your very first time.
We must never allow that South Africa must be bullied by imperialist forces. America must never tell us what to do. The same United States, which is furious at being cut off from the riches of Burkina Faso, cannot tell us what to do. We stand with Captain Traore. We stand with Traore because we know that Traore stands for the unity of Africa. We are Traore, and Traore is all of us. If they kill Traore, you must know they would have created another wound in the continent of Africa. We must defend him the same way we defend the unity of Africa. We must defend China for defying the USA and telling the USA to go to hell because they don't understand how the tariffs works. Donald Trump is an enemy of himself and all of us. And he must know the EFF is not scared of him. The EFF is not scared of Israel. The EFF is not scared of Morocco. The EFF is not scared of the imperialist forces. The EFF will stand on the side of the people of DRC, the people of Sudan, and the people of Sahrawi. Elon Musk will never come and open his business here in South Africa as long as he doesn't surrender 30% to the South Africans. No one must come and do business in our country without involving our own people.
Greetings to all leaders of the African soil, the custodians of our heritage. We, the Land and Minerals Movement, NPC of South Africa, rise today with a unified voice to express our unwavering solidarity with a revolutionary son of Africa, President Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso. At a time when the continent stands at a crossroads, facing the dual threats of external exploitation and internal division, President Traore has emerged as a beacon of hope. He has reminded us what true African leadership looks like: bold, uncompromising, and deeply rooted in the interests of the people. We stand with him. We stand for his vision. We stand for Africa. President Traore has taken a historic stance, not just for Burkina Faso, but for the entire continent. He has declared that Burkina Faso's minerals will no longer serve as a lifeline for foreign profiteers, but will become a source of dignity, wealth, and transformation for the people of his country. This is not merely a national declaration. This is the beginning of a continental revolution. Africa is not poor. Africa is splendid. And among its most splendid resources are its minerals: gold, diamonds, rare earths, coltan, copper, uranium, all flowing out of our soil, enriching others, while our communities remain trapped in poverty. President Traore is saying no more. We, as Land and Minerals Movement, NPC, echo that cry: no more. No more shall our minerals be extracted with no benefit to the rightful custodians of the land. No more shall foreign interests dictate the terms of African prosperity. No more shall our wealth be stolen in broad daylight under the banners of contracts signed in secrecy and corruption. We call upon all African leaders to follow this example, to reclaim their land, their minerals, and their sovereignty. President Traore's call for one Africa is not only timely, it is urgent. A divided Africa is a conquered Africa, but a united Africa built on mutual respect, shared vision, and joint control over its resources is unstoppable. Let it be known today and for generations to come that Land and Minerals Movement, NPC, stands firm with Burkina Faso, with its youth, with its future, and with its minerals. We support policies that prioritize local beneficiation, community ownership, and strategic control of mineral wealth. We are committed to ensuring that the minerals beneath our feet empower our people, not enslave them. President Traore, we salute you. We salute your courage. We stand with you, shoulder to shoulder. Your struggle is our struggle. Your fight is our fight. And together, as Africans, we shall rise, rich not only in minerals, but in justice, in unity, and in liberation. Vive Africa! Vive President Traore! Vive mineral sovereignty! Amanda!
Congratulations to Julius Malema. Thank you so much, Julius Malema, for a great support that you have given to Captain Ibrahim Traore. Guys, I'm going to tell you what he has done. There is something that we are going to be using going forward. But before we get there, do not forget, like this video, drop your comments, share the video to as many as you can, because we need to keep sensitizing our people. Our people need to know what is going on. So, Julius Malema, in this post that you see here, did not take it lightly with the utterances that General Langley made the other day. And so he went as far to publish this communique, which is right here, you can see. And amongst the other things that he said, there is a hashtag that he has proposed that all Africans and all supporters of Africa and Burkina Faso start to use going forward. And the hashtag is hashtag hands off Burkina Faso. I repeat again, hashtag hands off Burkina Faso. That is the hashtag we need to start using going forward, guys. And by the way, go to the comment section and start to drop in your hashtag hands off Burkina Faso right now, because we need to spread that message across the board. Again, the hashtag is hands off Burkina Faso. We don't want anyone to touch Burkina Faso. They should allow Burkina Faso alone. Burkina Faso is a sovereign state. Burkina Faso is a sovereign state. They have the right to their freedom. They have the right to take their decisions as they like, as they see fit. They have the right to develop their country. They have the right to secure their borders. They have the right to feed their people. They have the right to develop their infrastructure. Hands off Burkina Faso. Hands off Captain Ibrahim Traore. Allow that president alone. Eyes off the Sahel. Hands off the Sahel. Allow them to make good use of their natural resources and invest it in their countries. Guys, like this video, continue to share. We need to keep spreading this message until it gets to the four corners of the world. Thank you so much. See you in my next one.
Dear Africans, those in Africa and those in the diaspora, and friends of Africa, Julius Malema has spoken, and he has urged Africans all around the world to stand up against General Michael Langley. Michael Langley indicated that America should go and save the Burkinabes from General Ibrahim Traore, because Ibrahim Traore has refused international mining companies to take away the gold from Burkina Faso, and instead he wants that money to be used to lift the lives of people of Burkina Faso. But of course, the black general, Michael Langley, cannot have Africans advancing, and so he has said that America should go and rescue the Burkinabes, and we know what that means. Do you remember when America rescued Iraq? Do you remember when they rescued Libya? Which country have they rescued and people are better off? Julius Malema has asked everybody and friends of Africans to start a hashtag called Hands Off Burkina Faso, because what he has done, Michael Langley, is to mark the back of Ibrahim Traore. He does not want Africans to be lifted out of poverty, and he, for his own benefit, not looking at the suffering that Africans have been going through for countless years, hundreds of years. We've gone through all of this because people want to take the minerals, and because they need African minerals, we must suffer, and he has become the face of that. So Julius Malema urges everybody to start a hashtag Hands Off Burkina Faso. Please pass it on.
I would like to know what you guys think, definitely, because you have watched those clips, right? Personally, I believe that what has been lacking in Africa is the political unity, right? We do have the African Union, but you see that not so many people in the African Union are coming out to speak and back up this young man. You are hearing a lot of voices from us common people talking of this man and praising him, because we know that we clearly identify with what he is doing. We can completely relate because we are the ones that are facing the issues in these countries, and we want to see this change. And what he's doing is actually inspiring a lot of people. That is why you are seeing a lot of young people rallying behind him and supporting him, and they are saying, you know what, we want to join his military, we want to protest, you know, continentally, just the whole continent. They have already staged you know, a national day just to, like, they have already staged a continental day just to make sure that they express their support. But these are just efforts of us, the people that are down, that get oppressed, that you know, face all these issues of not being able to obtain education. You probably have education, but you cannot even find a job, right? we are the young people and we are the ones that face these problems, right? So you see a lot of support from young people all over the continent, and that's why they have staged that day, just to make sure that they march to show support. But we've been lacking, we have definitely been lacking a voice out of these leaders that say they love Africa so much, because Africa is a continent of 54 countries, with each country with their own president, right? And they say they love Africa so much. But we have been losing and failing so many of good leaders on the continent because we've been buying the ideologies and the propaganda that the West spreads and tells us about our good leaders, right? And I feel like what needs to be done is getting all African leaders to be on top of this as well. If you call yourself a Pan-Africanist, if you call yourself, an activist, if you call yourself whatever, and you feel patriotic to Africa as a leader, I feel like this is the time for Africa as a collective, African leaders as a collective, to come out and be like, you know what? Hands off Burkina Faso, hands off Ibrahim Traore. He is doing the right thing and he's leading the country as he sees fit. His people are not complaining, they are not protesting. Why are you upset? Because to be honest, I feel like these governments and the West needs to be exposed. I understand that, yes, many African leaders are definitely afraid because their mouths are full, or because they stuck cash in there, in those mouths, and they can't talk anymore, right? They have a lot to lose, because they definitely know that in these countries as well, there are people that are like Ibrahim Traore that are trying to fight and liberate these countries and liberate the people in these countries, right? So they are afraid that backing this young man up is going to cause a lot of chaos in their own countries. But I feel like if you're doing the right thing, why should you be afraid? That's why I'm here to actually appreciate Julius Malema, because his voice matters a lot. Y'all that are watching me from America, some of you have watched him, some of his speeches and his energy and his love for his people, for the people of South Africa, right? And a lot of you have grown to love his party, and a lot of you even grew to love him to be in power. And when he lost, a lot of people were grieving. They're like, why wouldn't you give power to this young man? He has the vision and the zeal to unite Africa and to make things better for an African child, right? So his voice matters a lot, not just to the diaspora, but even to the youths who listen to him. We probably might not agree with him on everything, right? But there are definitely things that he speaks of, and we all agree. We all nod and be like, yes, this is what we've been wanting, right? And the only thing we can do is to rally behind such people. That's why their voices are very, very crucial. This is a call to every African leader that says they love Africa, just like Julius Malema has spoken out. You all need to speak out, because otherwise, if Traore is taken out, we are watching. We are watching you. We are watching your hypocrisy. We are watching your lies. Just in case you come back begging to be put back, if you keep quiet and keep silent on this issue, on this young man that is doing so right by his people, we know who you stand with. We have seen the president of Ivory Coast trying to also buy into this propaganda and wanting to do something to Ibrahim Traore. We will know definitely if something happens, it's because a lot of you are behind this, because you have mouths, young people are spoken. What about you, their leaders? What do you have to say? Do we have to always regret when good people are snatched out of our hands? Are we that helpless, this entire continent of 54 countries, that we cannot even use our voices to back the people that are doing right by their people? A lot of these people, to be honest, the reason as why they are not even speaking, they are jealous of this young man because what he's achieved in just 2 years for his country is debt-free. Education is free. Medical care is free. This man is just improving agriculture, infrastructures, education, everything. A lot of them are jealous because they have not been able to achieve these things for the 40 plus years they've been in power, 30 plus years, 20 plus years. None of them has been able to achieve some of what Ibrahim has been able to achieve. But I must say that if someone is better than you, instead of you being their enemy, can you try to at least learn from them how they are doing what they are doing? I feel like a lot of our leaders need to take an inspiration from someone that is doing good. Don't be so proud. Don't think you're too old to learn and bend your knees and learn. We have a saying over here, even that someone that you produced, that you pushed in that labor, one day when they drum, you can actually dance, which means we can be humble enough to learn from even the young. Sometimes the professors that teach us, we are the ones that treat them and treat their families. So I feel like there's just a lot to learn from this man, instead of you people keeping quiet until when something bad, and then all of you come out with your hypocrisy. That's why I appreciate the voice of Julius Malema. I understand that he had his own issues with Traore. He never believed in him in the beginning, but right now his voice is more important and he's on the right track. If we have more like 30 leaders out of the continent to back this young man up, the West will back off. The reason as to why our people leave us is because we give them freely. We're the ones that betray our own people. Anywho, I want you guys to let me know what you think about the message that Julius Malema was sending to the West and his support for Ibrahim Traore, and then the people also that are spreading this information, they are helping, because Julius is just one man, right? Yes, he definitely need more other people that are also behind him. If all the people that rally behind him hear this message and they back him up, wait for us. Africa is rising, and I don't know what the West is doing. Every empire has its time, right? I feel like the West is panicking because they know there's something they need from this continent that they have not gotten yet. That's why they want to take this young man's life. They want to take him out of power so that they can do whatever they want to do. They know he's not going to allow them to do their, bad stuff. And they know he's going to awake a lot of African people. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. And I think from me for today, that's it. I love you all. I'll see you in another amazing video. Until then, my name is Gracie. Bye.